Fire Protection was created by virtue of RA 6975 primarily to perform the following functions: be responsible for the prevention and suppression of all destructive fires, house, buildings, and other structures, forest, land transportation and equipment, ship and vessels, dock at piers, wharves, or anchor in major seaports, petroleum industry installations, plane crashes, and other similar activities. Be responsible for the enforcement of the Fire Code of the Philippines RA 9514 and other related laws. Shall have the power to investigate all causes of fires and if necessarily file proper complaint with the city or provincial prosecutor who has jurisdiction over the case. In time of emergency, the elements of BFP shall, upon direction of the President, assist the AFP in meeting the national emergency and shall establish at least one fire station with adequate personnel, firefighting facilities, and equipment in every provincial capital, city, and municipality, subject to standard rules and regulations as may be promulgated by the DILG.
Good day! I am Colleen Advincula Horca, a student of Bachelor of Science in Criminology, second year college, Block 42. Today I will discuss to you the powers and function of the Philippine National Police. First, let us define what is Philippine National Police. The Philippine National Police is the agency that enforces law, prevent and control crime, maintain peace and order, and ensure public safety and internal security with the active support of the community. They enforce the law, maintain peace and order, prevent and investigate crimes, and bring offenders to justice. Now, we will proceed to its functions and powers. As obvious, they were the law enforcers and they were the one who protect the lives and properties of the community and every individual in the country. Next is they maintain peace and order and take all necessary steps to ensure public safety. Next, and they investigate and prevent crimes, effect the arrest of criminal offenders to justice, and assist in their prosecution. They have the authority to investigate and prevent crimes. Also to arrest the criminal offenders who had been violated the Constitution and assist them in their prosecutions. They exercise also the general powers to make an arrest, search, and seizure under the Constitution and pertinent laws. Next, they detain and arrest person for a period not beyond what is prescribed by law, informing the person so detained of all his rights under the Constitution. Next, they issue licenses for the possession of firearms and explosives under the law, in which to those persons who possess firearms illegally, the Philippine National Police issue licenses. And then they supervise and control the training and operation of security agencies and issue licenses to operate security agencies and to security guards and private detectives for their profession. As one of the power of the Philippine National Police, they were the one who trained those security guards and security agencies, giving them license to operate well and to protect people in every establishment or in every organization. So, that's for all. Thank you for being with me all over in my discussion.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Vincent Tresenia Mendez, Bachelor of Science in Criminology 2, Block 42. And I am here to discuss about the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency. The powers of function of PDEA. PDEA serves as the implementing arm of DDB and shall be responsible for the efficient and effective law enforcement of all provision on any dangerous drug and or controlled precursors and essential chemical. The said agency is tasked for the implementation of RA 9165. So the RA 9165, it is an act or the law in which focuses on the Dangerous Board Act of 2002. Dangerous Drugs Boards or DDB. The Dangerous Drugs Board is also referred to the board as the policy making, strategy formulating body in formulation and planning of all programs control policies on drug and control prevention. So the dangerous drugs boards, they are the one who refer to the policy on the policy that they are implementing, the strategy they are needed in implementing the rules, and also they are formulating a body of formulation. So the organization of PDEA, the Director General of the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency shall be responsible for the necessary changes in the organizational setup which be submitted to the board for approval. The organizational structure of PDEA shall have the following. First, intelligence and investigation. So the intelligence and investigation, the agents of PDEA have an informants or the intelligence, and they have if they have a so-called information gathered, then the investigation will arise. International cooperation of foreign affairs. So aside from local, they are bound into international, such as the international protection for the drug abuse and dangerous drugs here in the Philippines, because the drugs from the other country are delivered here in the Philippines. The preventive education and community involvement. So the preventive education and involvement. So some of the PDEA agents go to the school in which they are educate the people or the children or the students, in which what the consequences they have when they use drugs, and also the punishments when you are using drugs and also you are selling drugs. Compliance, legal prosecution, administrative and human resource, financial management, logistics management, and internal affairs. There are two implementing laws here in the Philippines. First is the Dangerous Drugs Act of 1972. Then the Dangerous Drugs Act of 1972, or RA 6425, has amended and became a RA 9165, or Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. That's good.
Hello, my name is Judian Albao, BS Criminology 2, Block 42. I am here to share you about BGMP, or Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, the mandates and functions. So, as one of the 5 pillars of the criminal justice system, the BGMP was created to address growing concern of jail management and penology problem. Primarily, its clients are detained accused before a court who are temporarily confined in such jail while undergoing investigation, waiting final judgment, and those who are serving sentence promulgated by the court 3 years and below. As provided for under RA number 6975, the Jail Bureau is mandated to take operational and administrative control over all city, district, and municipal jails. So, here are the mandates. BGMP is mandated to supervise and control the administration and operation of all district, city, and municipal jails nationwide with broad task of safekeeping and development of inmates. While the function, in line with its mission, the Jail Bureau endeavors to perform the following functions: formulated policies, the guidelines in the administration of all district, city, and municipal jail nationwide. Implement strong security measures for the control of inmates. Provide for the basic needs of inmates. Conduct activities for the development of inmates. Improve jail facilities and promote the general welfare and development of personnel. In addition, the Bureau has 4 major areas of rehabilitation program, namely livelihood projects, educational and vocational training, recreation and sports, and religious or spiritual activities. These were continuously implemented to eliminate the offender's pattern of criminal behavior and to reform them to become law-abiding and productive citizens. Although the workplace of the Jail Bureau is confined inside the portals of jail to be safeguard inmates, nonetheless, the Bureau has inherent function of informing the public of jail operation and other matters concerning the corrections pillar of the Philippines. Being a new growing bureau, BGMP aims to keep the public abreast of information regarding jail management and phenology.
I am Honey Grace Malate from Bachelor of Science in Criminology 2 Block 42. So I have here to discuss the Department of Health, the powers and its functions. But first, let me define what is Department of Health. Department of Health is the principal health agency in the Philippines. It is responsible for ensuring access to basic public health services to all Filipinos through the provision of quality healthcare and regulations of providers of health goods and services. The powers and function of DOH. Number 1. It formulates national policies and standards for health. Number 2 is they prevent and control leading causes of death and disability. Number 3, develop disease surveillance and health information system. Number 4, maintain national health facilities and hospitals where they give their services to the people. Number 5, it promotes health and well-being through public information and to provide the public with timely and relevant in health risks and hazards. Number 6, it develops and implements strategies to achieve appropriate expenditure patterns in the health as recommended by the international agencies. Number 7 is they promote and maintain international linkages for technical collaboration within the countries. Number 8, it creates the environment for the development of a health industrial complex. The DOH always assigned as the leader in the health times of emergencies, calamities, and disasters and system failure. Number 10, ensure quality of training and health human resource development at all levels of the healthcare system. Number 11, they oversee financing of the health sector and ensure equity and accessibility to health services. And lastly, DOH articulate the National Health Research Agenda and ensure the provision of sufficient resources and logistics to attain excellence in evidence-based intervention for health. That could be all. Thank you.
Good day. I'm Jamil A. Bakay, second year student, Block 42, taking the Bachelor of Science in Criminology. Today, I will discuss to you the powers and functions of the ILG. The ILG stands for the Department of the Interior and Local Government. The ILG is the executive department of the Philippine government responsible for promoting peace and order, ensuring public safety and strengthening local government capability aimed towards the effective delivery of basic services to the citizens. And now we will proceed to the powers and functions. First, assist the President in the exercise of general supervision over local governments. Next, advise the President in the promulgation of policies, rules, regulations, and other instances on the general supervision over local governments and on public order and safety. Next is establish and prescribe rules, regulation, and other instances implementing laws on public order and safety, the general supervision over local governments, and promotion of local autonomy and community empowerment, and monitor compliance. The ILG provide assistance toward legislation regarding local governments, law enforcement, and public safety. The ILG establish and prescribe plans, policies, programs, and projects to promote peace and order, ensure the public safety, further strengthen the administrative, technical, and fiscal capabilities of local government offices and personnel. The ILG formulate plans, policies, and programs which will meet local emergencies arising from natural and man-made disaster. The ILG established a system of coordination and cooperation among the citizenry, local executives, and the department to ensure effective and efficient delivery of basic services to the public. And lastly, the ILG organize, train, equip primarily for the performance of police functions, a police force that is national scope and civilian character. So that's all. Thank you.
Good morning. I am Princess Mabilangan Diaz, Bachelor of Science in Criminology from Block 42. Today, I'm going to discuss the Department of Justice of its mandates and functions. First, let me define the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice is the executive division of the U.S. federal government responsible for law enforcement and allied programs and services. Mandates. The Department of Justice derives its mandate primarily from the Administrative Code of 1987, Executive Order No. 292. It carries out this mandate through the department proper and the department's attached agencies under direct control and supervision of the Secretary of Justice. Under Executive Order 292, the DOJ is the government's principal law agency. As such, the DOJ serves as the government's prosecution arm and administers government's criminal justice system by investigating crimes, prosecuting offenders, and overseeing the correctional system. The DOJ, through its offices and constituent attached agencies, is also the government's legal counsel and representative in litigations and proceedings requiring the services of a lawyer, implements the Philippine laws on the admission and stay of aliens within its territory, and provides free legal services to indigent and other qualified citizens. The functions. First is the administration of the criminal justice system. The DOJ investigates the commission of crimes and prosecutes offenders through the National Bureau of Investigation and the National Prosecution Service, respectively. Likewise, the DOJ administers the probation and correction system of the country through the Bureau of Correction, the Board of Pardons and Parole, and the Parole and Probation Administration. Second is Legal Counsel of Government. The DOJ, through the Office of the Solicitor General and the Office of the Government Corporate Counsel, act as the legal representative of the government of the Philippines. Its agencies and instrumentalities, including government-owned and controlled corporations and their subsidiaries, officials and agents in any proceeding, investigation, or matter requiring the service of a lawyer. Third is the regulation of immigration. The DOJ provides immigration and naturalization, regulatory services, and implements the laws governing citizenship and the admission and stay of aliens through the Bureau of Immigration. Also, under Administrative Order Number 142, dated August 23, 1994, the Secretary or his duly authorized representative is authorized to act on immigration matters, including waiver of visas and admissions of aliens, except deportation matters. Fourth is international cooperation. The DOJ is the central authority of the Republic of the Philippines relative to extradition and mutual legal assistance treaties on criminal matters and is involved in several aspects of international cooperation, such as the drafting and implementation of legislation and agreements, as well as the negotiation of extradition and MLAT. Moreover, under Philippine extradition law, the DOJ handles requests for extradition and or mutual legal assistance and represent treaty partners in Philippine courts. Fifth is provision of free legal assistance. The DOJ provides free legal assistance, representation to indigents and poor litigants, as well as the other qualified persons in criminals, civil and labor cases, administrative and other quasi-judicial proceeding, and non-commercial disputes through the Public Attorney's Office, pursuant to RA number 9406. Alternative dispute resolution. With regard to conciliation and mediation, the Alternative Dispute Resolution Act of 2004, RA 9285, created the Office for Alternative Dispute Resolution, which is an agency attached to the DOJ and which is tasked to promote, develop, and expand the use of alternative dispute resolution in civil and commercial disputes. Number 7, DOJ functions and other laws and other executive issuances. In addition to performing its mandate under EO 292, the department is significantly involved in the implementation of the following penal, national security, and social welfare laws. DOJ functions under other laws and other executive issuances. Witness Protection, Security, and Benefit Act RE 6981, Victims Compensation Program, Administrative Order Number 99 1988, Executive Order 180, 1987, Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Acts of 2002, RA 9165, the Human Security Act of 2007, RA 9372, the Rape Victim Assistance and Protection Act of 1998, RA 8505, Anti-Trafficking in Person Act of 2003, RA 9208.
I am John Lester Palejo and I am here to discuss the power and function of National Bureau of Investigation. The National Bureau of Investigation undertakes the efficient detection and investigation of crimes and other offenses against Philippine laws. It is coordinates with other national and local agencies in the maintenance of peace and order. It is also acts as a national clearinghouse, criminal and other information for the use of prosecuting and law enforcement entities of the Philippines. The National Bureau of Investigation, it undertakes or responsible for handling and solving the high profile cases that are in the interest of the nation. The NBI was based on the Federal of Investigation when it was being established. The National Bureau of Investigation is mandated to investigate the following cases: the extrajudicial killing or the extra-legal killings by state security forces against media practitioner activities. It is also mandated to investigate the murders, justices, and judges. The violation of Cybercrime Prevention Act and Republic Act number 10175. The other cases that are the interagencies or anti-graft coordinating council, the anti-dummy law cases, the human trafficking cases in the Philippines airports, cases involving threats to security or assaults against the persons of the President, Vice President, Senate President, Speaker of House Representatives, and Chief of Justice of the Supreme Court. The transnational crimes based on international agreements, the identification of victims of natural disasters. Those following are the important crime that the NBI should take to investigate. That's all, and thank you.